guilty of running a cartel or blackmailing Boral?
Well, absolutely not. But look, what I think hasn't been very clear today is this. There are a number of matters in front of the courts, and that is where the union will deal with claims in respect of the Trade Practices Act. Now, what we've seen today, and I should thank Mr Kane from Boral. As a visitor to this country, he's given us a lecture on what he thinks is wrong with the Australian legal system. I'd also like to thank the Royal Commission for providing Mr Kane from Boral with a platform to make a political speech. That's what you heard today. Entirely a lecture about how to make Australia more like America, how to reform our legal system in the interests of big business, and of course he's been invited by the Commission to explain how the legal system can work better for very large companies like Boral. I mean, you would think that butter wouldn't melt in this company's mouth, and you wouldn't think that this was a company that had itself been heavily fined for breaches of the Trade Practices Act.
Did the union stop Boral from getting its trucks on?
Well, what I've said to you, and what I say to the media is this: what we've got here today is a show trial. The real court cases happen in real courts. Mr Kane was not subject to cross-examination here today. What he has given today could not be described as evidence. It is a political speech. He is entitled to his political views, but let me say this: I don't think Australians need to be lectured by multi-millionaire executives of foreign corporations about how the law could work better for those multinational corporations. Lots and lots of Australians would like to get quicker and cheaper access to justice. But justice isn't just for the likes of Boral. Justice should be for all Australians, and what we have seen here today is the use of the Royal Commission by a multinational company to put their commercial and political views out. They're entitled to do so, but don't treat it as evidence.
What about his... Are you going to refute those claims that the union stopped those trucks from going on site?
Well, I think what you need to understand is that this is a Royal Commission. This is a situation where that evidence is not going to be tested, and it's running in conjunction with a couple of matters which are on in the Supreme Court of Victoria and the Federal Court of Australia. Those courts are where the union will be putting its case. As to what we do in respect of cross-examination of Mr Kane or anybody else, we'll make that decision based on the best interests of the union. But what you've heard today is not evidence. It is a political speech in the political and economic interests of a large multinational corporation.
What about his claim that Mr Secker should be investigated under the Crimes Act for blackmail?
Well, if he was fair dinkum about that, and I don't think he is fair dinkum about that, he would have rung Victoria Police who enforce the Crimes Act. You don't get up and make political speeches at show trials if you're fair dinkum about that. We don't think anyone has broken the criminal law here, but if Mr Kane does think so, then he's got the number of the Victoria Police. He should give them a ring.
Why is the Victorian CFMEU more militant than other states?
Well, I don't know that it is. I think that, you know, that's Mr Kane's view of the world. He's entitled to his view of the world. But the fact that a CEO of a large multinational corporation on millions of dollars a year has a view that he doesn't like militant unions is going to surprise no one.
Did you ever hear from the timber arm of the union saying that they don't agree with what you're doing here in Melbourne?
Our union is a democratically elected union. Our members vote for their officials, and our Victorian branch officials are democratically elected. The CFMEU is unified. All divisions of the union across the industries we cover, all branches and states of the union are united in our approach to this Royal Commission. Thanks very much.